Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Woodbine Mohawk Park. We are going to have a delay before the start of this morning's qualifying session. All horses on the track are being asked to return to the paddock. We'll have an update shortly on when qualifiers will begin, but for now, all horses on the track are to return to the paddock. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently on a delay before this morning's qualifying session will get underway. And in order of transparency, we are currently waiting on an official from the AGCO. Until there's an official here, qualifiers will not be able to begin. So at this time, we are waiting for an official. All of the required staff from Woodbine Entertainment is here this morning, and horsemen as well, but we are waiting for an official before we can start with today's qualifiers. Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're under a delay before the start of today's qualifiers here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We are just waiting on an official from the AGCO. One is on the way, and we will be getting things underway in probably about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, horses are returning to the track, and we're set to get things going for this morning's qualifying action. 10 races, all for 2-year-old trotters. There'll be 2-year-old fillies to kick things off. As they come out onto the track, you get a good look at them, and they will be heading to the gate in just a moment. All right, our first qualifier of the day, it'll be 2-year-old trotting fillies. It'll be a field of 8. There are no changes here. They'll line up behind the starting gate in just a moment. And as we continue with 2-year-old qualifiers, the gate does pick them up right there at about 3/8, and then takes them all the way up the backstretch, and we'll swing them into the stretch as the 2-year-olds get familiar with going behind the gate. We do got just one new face here this morning in this first qualifier. Out of these 7 of the 8 have already qualified. Let's meet the field. 1, it's Flanagan Destiny, 2-year-old filly by Muscle Mass out of Cadabra mare. Owned and bred by Liette Flanagan, trained by Renee Dion. Chris Christopher drives. 2, Had I Known Better, is a Muscle Mass filly out of Angus Hall mare. Shane Arsenault is the owner-trainer. Louis-Philippe Waugh will drive. $42,000 Harrisburg buy. 3 is Mensa, a Cadabra filly out of a Cantab Hall mare. Tom and Elizabeth Rankin own. Ben by Arjan trained. Sylvan Filion drives. $45,000 Harrisburg buy. 4, Southwind Cersei, a Muscle Hill filly out of a Donato Hanover mare. Awesome Acres Standardbreds owns. Rob Fellows trains. Paul McDonnell drives. $16,000 Lexington buy. 5, Decentra is a Muscle Mass filly out of a Promising Catch mare, owned by Determination. Trained by breeder Luke Blais. Bob McClure is in the sulky. 6 is Anna Bolena, Cadabra filly out of a Cantab Hall mare. Mel Hartman, Pinsky Stables, and Little E LLC share ownership. Meg Crone trains. Trevor Henry drives. $92,000 Harrisburg buy. 7 is Teacup Hanover, a crazed filly out of a Royal Strength mare. Hudson Standardbred stable. Robert McMillan, Bertrand Gillespie stable, and Dale Larson are the owners. Sean Stacy trains. Mark Stacy drives. $42,000 Harrisburg buy. And 8, Can You Swing It, is a Prestidigitator filly out of a Muscles Yankee mare. Dustin Jones Stables owns. Jones trains and also does the driving. So there's your field of 8 for the first qualifier as the starting gate swings into the stretch. Fillies picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Coming through in the center, that is Southwind Cersei. Little green in the center of the track is Decentra, but she is forwardly placed by McClure. Had I Known Better at the inside. Outside of her is Mensa. Off stride between horses went Anna Bolena. Outside of her, that was Can You Swing It. To the inside, Flanagan Destiny, and then Teacup Hanover. They're into the first turn, and the leader, as they head to that opening quarter, is Southwind Cersei. She's on a lead of about 4 lengths. Decentra still having a little bit of steering difficulty as the opening quarter was hit in 30-1. So it's all Southwind Cersei, and she's on top by about 8 lengths as they swing into the backstretch. Descentra now, as they get off the turn and they're up into the straightaway, she is able to straighten things out now, and she reclaims second spot. Racing in third as they approach 3/8 is complete is Had I Known Better. Then there's a bit of a break going back to Mensa, who is racing in fourth, tracked fifth by Flanagan Destiny. Then it is Teacup Hanover, followed by Anno Balena, and Can You Swing It is also in the mix there, 59 and 4 for the half. It was all Southwind Cersei, but now her lead has shrunk to 1.5 lengths as Descentra, who is competing for the third time, sits just off the leader. 2 lengths going back then to Had I Known Better in third. Moving on the outside is Flanagan Destiny into fourth, looking to get around Mensa fifth, being tracked by Can You Swing It? Teacup Hanover and Anno Bolena the trailer. 1:30 for 3/4. They're into the stretch, and it's still Southwind Cersei. She is trying to turn away Descentra, and Descentra continues to grind away. She's on the outside, getting a little bit closer with 1/8 of a mile to go. Southwind Cersei and Descentra. They're into the final 16th, and on the outside, Descentra is getting on by and trotting through the line strong for a second consecutive qualifying score. Southwind Cersei was second. Had I Known Better third. Flanagan Destiny was fourth. Then it was Can You Swing It, followed by Mensa, Teacup Hanover, and Anna Bolena. 1:59 flat for Descentra. First qualifier of the morning goes to number 5, Descentra, 2-year-old filly by Muscle Mass, out of the promising catch mare Decent No. Luke Blay is the breeder. He also is the trainer for owner Serge Godin's Determination. Bob McClure in the sulky. Second consecutive qualifying score, 1:59 flat. Shaves a good chunk off of last week's time of 2:02 and 3. And Descentra, with that qualifying victory, establishes a mark of 1:59. Descentra is a full sister to $700,000 winner On a Sunny Day. Also related to Champagne Jane, a winner of $167,000 life. Descentra takes the first. Order of finish from the first qualifier: 1, Flanagan Destiny, 4th. 2, Had I Known Better, 3rd. 3, Mensa, 6th. 4, Southwind Cersei, 2nd. 5, Descentra, the winner. 6, Anna Bolena, 8th. 7, Teacup Hanover, 7th. And 8, Can You Swing It was 5th. 4, 3, 6, 2, 1, 8, 7, 5. Fractions 30 and 1, 59 and 4, 130, 159 flat for the winner, Descentra. Up next is our second qualifier. 2-year-old colt and gelding trotters. It appears it'll be a field of 6. Take out number 3, Delaware. Here's your field. Number 1 is St. K. Sebastian K. colt out of a Winsong's Legacy mare, owned by Karin Olsen Burgess, Sterling Fisher, and Bob Burgess. Blair Burgess is the trainer-driver. This was a $10,000 Lexington Select Yearling Sale purchase. 2, Power and Strength is an Archangel colt out of an Angus Hall mare. Yolanda Fellows, Blair Corbeil, Arpad Zabo, owners. Rob Fellows trains. Louis Philippe Wobble Dry, $12,000 Lexington buy. 3 is out for the wheel. Wheelin' and Dealin' colt out of a Duke of York mare. Robert Shepard is the owner-driver. Isabel Darvaux trains. $15,000 London buy. 5 Lucky Rascal is a Father Patrick colt out of an Hanover Hall mare. Santo Venna, Nunzio Venna are the owners. Ben Bayerjean trains. Sylvain Filion drives. $35,000 Lexington buy. 6 is Flowchart, a Holiday Road gelding out of a Federal Flex mare. Owned and bred by Glengate Farms. Pat Hunt trains. Bob McClure drives. $30,000 London Yearling Sale graduate. And 7 is Cambridge Star, a Cantab Hall gelding out of an SJ's Caviar mare. Jeffrey Ruck, Stephen Palermo share ownership. Anthony McDonald trains. James McDonald drives. And that is your field of 6 for the second qualifier. So scratch number 3, Delaware. No other changes. Horses are lined up behind the starting gate. Starting gate swings into the stretch. It's a field of 6 for our second of 10 on this Friday morning from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Rookie colts and geldings picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. A breaker in the center. Lucky Rascal went off stride at the start. Filion trying to get him out of the way. Cambridge Star was able to navigate around and trots out to the early lead. Getting away in second, that is Power and Strength. From the rail, it is St. K. Then getting away in fourth, that is the Wheel. Followed fifth by Flowchart. And resetting after the break, Lucky Rascal. They're into the first turn, and Cambridge Star is fronting the field up to the opening quarter, leading by 2 lengths over Power and Strength through an opening quarter of 30 and 4. Rookie trotters will move into the backstretch. We'll see if they tighten up a little bit as they make their way up the backside. Leader is Cambridge Star, looking comfortable on the lead. Power and Strength looks poised to just track there in the 2-hole for Wah. Tightening up in third is St. K, and now getting a little closer is the Wheel, followed by Flowchart, and then Lucky Rascal has now caught up to the pack. So there's your 6 coming up to the half. Off an opening quarter of 30 and 4. They were back down big time here in the second quarter. 102 and 3. 31 and 4. Second quarter there. Cambridge Star is in full control. Power and Strength rides in second. Third continues to be St. K. Break of 4 lengths. Going back to the Wheel in fourth. Flowchart on the outside is looking to advance. Lucky Rascal is 6. 3/4 is coming up next. It's still Cambridge Star. Cambridge Star races past 3/4, leading by a length and a half. 133 and 3. Off the turn and into the stretch. A 31-second third quarter. Cambridge Star should be set up to try and sprint on home. Here out of the 2-hole now comes the Power and Strength. Here's Power and Strength looking to get on by. Power and Strength with that size, looking to get by Cambridge Star, who's trying to dig in. Out in the center of the track is St. K, and looking to come through late. Here comes the Wheel, and the Wheel shoots through late to win it. It's the Wheel. St. K was second. Off stride through the line third was Power and Strength. 2:03 and 1. The debuting son of Wheelin' and Dealin', the Wheel, 2-year-old colt, as mentioned by Wheelin' and Dealin', out of Duke of York mare Evolution. takes our second qualifier in 2:03 and 1. Owned by Robert Shepard, who was in the sulky, trained by Isabel Darvaux. $15,000 London yearling sale purchase is the wheel. The wheel is the 6th foal out of that Duke of York mare Evolution. The first foal was the winner of $236,000. Fork was well-known racing here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The wheel takes the second qualifier, shooting through late. A nice push to the line to take qualifier number 2. Here's the order of finish from the second qualifier. Number 1, St. K was second. Number 2, Power and Strength was third, off stride through the finish line. 3 was Scratch, 4, The Wheel, the winner. 5, Lucky Rascal, 4th. 6, Flowchart, 6th. And 7, Cambridge Star was 5th. 2, 3, Scratch, 1, 4, 6, 5. Fractions were 30 and 4. 102 and 3. 133 and 3. 203 and 1 for the wheel. Next up is our third qualifier. All 6 two-year-old colt trotters are on the track. There are no changes here. As they'll head up to the gate in just a moment, we can introduce you to the field. 1 is Jula Magician, a 2-year-old colt by Cadabra out of a Dream Vacation mare, owned by Jula Racing Incorporated, trained by Susie Kerwood. Jody Jamieson drives, $32,000 Harrisburg buy. 2, Kalua, is a Cadabra colt out of a Striking Sabra mare. Bloomingwood Farms Limited, the owner breeders. Greg McNair trains, Doug McNair drives. 3 is Harry, Royalty for Life colt out of a Muscle Mass mare, owned by Christine Walker and Brenda Walker, are also the breeders. Paul Walker, the trainer driver. 4, Dewey Dale, Cadabra colt out of an Hanover Hall mare. Determination owns. Luke Blay trains. Bob McClure drives. $75,000 Lexington selected yearling sale purchase. 5 is Carrie Blue Hanover. Yankee Glide colt out of a Striking Sabra mare. 1187422 Ontario Inc. owns. Isabel Darvaux trains. Robert Shepard drives. $28,000 Harrisburg purchase. And number 6 is Die Hard Sealster. Wheeling and Dealing colt out of a Donato Hanover mare. Mark Stacy, Natasha Rivet, and Guy Haskell are the owners. Sean Stacy trains and drives. $19,000 London yearling sale purchase. So there's your field of 6 for our third of 10 qualifiers here this morning. A reminder, there will be a break following the 5th qualifier. Of course, this is the first of back-to-back days of 2-year-old qualifiers here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Coming up tomorrow, we will see the Pacers on display. All trotters here this morning, 10 qualifiers. Tomorrow we'll have 11 qualifiers, all for 2-year-old Pacers. Starting gate is rolling. Field of 6 for the third. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Jewel Magician, Kalua, Harry, Dewey Deo, Carrie Blue Hanover, and Die Hard Sealster. Your field of 6 on gate, picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting from the rail. Jewel Magician is off to a good beginning and storms out to an early lead. Kalua will get away in second. There is Harry, who is going to drop in behind third. Die Hard Sealster from the outside is going to settle in fourth in front of Dewey Deo, and then Carrie Blue Hanover gets away in 6. Jewel Magician is up top here on top by about 5 lengths coming to the opening quarter. Second qualifier for Jewel Magician, and trots through an opening quarter of 30-3. Jewel Magician was a winner last week in 2:03, 29-second final quarter. That was the debut qualifier for this son of Cadabra. And in his second go-around, he looks good on the lead. Kalua, son of Cadabra as well, is racing in second. Then it's the Royalty for Life colt Harry in third, followed by the Wheelin' and Dealin' colt Die Hard Sealster fourth. Trotting in fifth, that is the Cadabra colt Dewey Deo. And the final one is Yankee Glide colt Carrie Blue Hanover. Past the half in 1:02.3. 32 seconds in the second quarter. It's still all Jewel Magician, leading by a little more than a length and a half. Kalua in second. Third continues to be Harry. Die Hard Sealster in fourth. Dewey Deo fifth. And sixth, Carrie Blue Hanover. They're heading towards 3 quarters. Now out from third, here comes Harry getting underway. But up at the lead, it now grows as Jewel Magician ramps it up a notch, racing past 3 quarters in 1:33.4. They turn for home, 31 1/3 quarter. And into the stretch, it's Jewel Magician. On the outside, Harry is now overtaken second. Kalua at the inside third. And Dewey Deo, or I should say Die Hard Sealster, is coming on as Dewey Deo went off stride back in fifth. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. It's Jewel Magician. Jewel Magician and Jody Jamieson coming to the edge of the tote board, and they will be victorious once again. Harry finishes in second. Third went to Die Hard Sealster. Followed across the line fourth by Kalua. Then it was Carrie Blue, Hanover, and Dewey Deo, 2:02.1 for Jewel Magician. So Jewel Magician doubles up in baby race action. 2 consecutive victories. 2 for 2 in the qualifiers for this son of Cadabra out of the Dream Vacation mare Nicole's Promise. Jewel Racing Incorporated owns. Susie Kerwood trains. Jody Jamieson has been in the sulky both weeks. $32,000 Harrisburg yearling sale purchase. 6 full out of the Dream Vacation mare Nicole's Promise, who was a winner of $327,000 in her career. And she has produced 5 winners of over $100,000 in their career. Jula Magician takes the third qualifier. 202-1 is a new career best. Order of finish from the third qualifier. Number 1, Jula Magician, the winner. Number 2, Kalua, 4th. Number 3, Harry, 2nd. Number 4, Dewey Deo, 6th. Number 5, Kerry Blue Hanover, 5th. And number 6, Die Hard Sealster was 3rd. 142-653 is your order of finish. Fractions 30-3, 102-3, 133-4, 202-1 for Jula Magician. Up next is our fourth qualifier, 2-year-old fillies for the fourth. 7 of them on the track at this point. We're just waiting on one more. Doesn't look like we'll have any changes here in this fourth qualifier. All right, our 8th and final horse is out onto the track, which means, as I mentioned, there are no changes for our fourth qualifier. Field of 8 2-year-old fillies will go behind the gate in just a moment. Let's meet the field. And we'll introduce them in just a second once you can see them on your screens, as they're about to gather on the backstretch. All right, wings of the gate are open. Here is the field for the fourth qualifier. Number 1, I'm Extra Special, is a muscle mass filly out of an Angus Hall mare. Keith Coulter owns. Paul Walker trains and drives. $95,000 London yearling sale purchase. 2, Whole Lot of Lovin' is a muscle mass filly out of an Hanover Hall mare. Mark Stacey, Landmark 13 Racing Stable, Hudson Standardbred Stable are the owners. Sean Stacey trains, James McDonald drives, $45,000 Lexington buy. 3, You Will Be Queen is a Royalty for Life filly out of a Dewey Cheatham and Howe mare. Dustin Jones Stable, Hebert Horses are the owners. Dustin Jones trains. Chris Christopher drives. 4, top of the bar, Muscle Mass Filly out of a Conway Hall mare. Mark Etzel, Robert Newton, Graham Hopkins, Peter Porter are the owners. Mark Etzel trains and drives. $25,000 Lexington sale purchase. 5 is PC Massive Dream. This one is bred, owned, trained, and driven, or I should say bred, owned, and trained by Peter Clements, driven by Curtis Clements, a Muscle Mass Filly out of an Incredible Abe mare. 6, Rubies Are Nice, Muscle Mass Filly out of a Striking Zabra mare. Blair and Erna Corbeil are the owners and the breeders. Rob Fellows trains. Louis Philippe Waugh drives. $30,000 Harrisburg grad. 7, Expecto Patronum, Cadabra Filly out of a Donato Hanover mare. Determination owns. Luke Blay trains. Bob McClure drives. A $100,000 purchase at last November's Harrisburg yearling sale. And number 8 is Incredible 2. Angus Hall Filly out of a Northern Bailey mare. Wade Piccone, Windermere Farms are the owner breeders. Ed Piccone is the trainer. Mike Saftik does the driving. There's your field of 8 for the 4th qualifier. Gate swings into the stretch. Trotting fillies picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. A very even beginning here to begin our 4th qualifier. It appears that PC Massive Dream is going to come forward to get the early lead. Outside of her is Expecto Patronum. Then inside is You Will Be Queen. Right at the rail is I'm Extra Special. Getting away in 5th is Whole Lot 11. Followed 6 by Top of the Bar. Looking to take a seat 7th is Incredible 2, who's going to drop in front of Rubies Are Nice. On the outside, Expecto Patronum is just going to work her way up towards the lead. We had a breaker in mid-pack. Whole Lot 11 rolled off stride. 32 and 3. Trotting fillies moving into the backstretch. And here's the Cadabra filly, Expecto Patronum, who is going to touch down on the top just before 3/8. Lead will be short-lived, though, because here's I'm Extra Special making a rush out from 3rd. I'm Extra Special is coming on the outside. Expecto Patronum now faces that pressure and will likely release the Muscle Mass filly, I'm Extra Special. Whip up over that one's back as I'm Extra Special gets to the top. 2nd is Expecto Patronum. Then in 3rd, PC Massive Dream. Followed in 4th by You Will Be Queen as they went past the half in 104 and 2. We'll check in with, as they go by, 5/8. Top of the Bar, who is racing in 5th. Up on the outside, Incredible 2 is looking to advance and now is going to latch on to cover. Rubies Are Nice, and then the trailer is Whole Lot 11. And up on the lead, I'm Extra Special. Widens the advantage out to about 7 lengths at 3/4 in 134 and 1. So after a little speed early on, it's all I'm Extra Special. A 29 and 4 3rd quarter and looking to storm on home. You Will Be Queen has moved into 2nd. Incredible 2 is up into 3rd. Expected Patronum at the inside is in 4th. PC Massive Dream in the center. Rubies Are Nice on the outside. Then Top of the Bar and Whole Lot 11 is the trailer coming to the line. I'm Extra Special. Victorious. You Will Be Queen finishes in 2nd. Incredible 2 was 3rd. Then it was Rubies Are Nice, followed by PC Massive Dream, Expecto Patronum, Top of the Bar, and Whole Lot 11, 202 and 2. I'm Extra Special takes the 4th qualifier. 2-year-old filly by Muscle Mass out of the Angus Hall mare I Am Special. $95,000 London yearling sale purchase is owned by Keith Coulter. Trained and driven by Paul Walker. I'm Extra Special makes that 2nd quarter move to the lead, 3rd to 1st, and goes on to a 202 and 2 victory. She is the 2nd foal out of the Angus Hall mare I Am Special. Full sister to Ontario Sire Stakes competitor Susie's Lady, who made $42,000 last season in her rookie campaign and is 2 for 3 here in 2020 and did race last night in the OSS Gold. Turning our focus, though, back to this rookie, I'm Extra Special, 2nd qualifier for the daughter of Muscle Mass. And here she establishes a mark of 202 and 2. The order of finish from the fourth qualifier saw number 1, I'm Extra Special, the winner. 2, Whole Lot of Love in 8th. 3, You Will Be Queen was 2nd. 4, Top of the Bar 7th. 5, PC Massive Dream 5th. 6, Rubies Are Nice 4th. 7, Expecto Patronum 6th. And 8, Incredible 2 was 3rd. 182, 75, 463 is your order of finish. Fractions were 32 and 3, 104 and 2, 134 and 1, 202 and 2 for the winner number 1, I'm Extra Special. Coming up next is our fifth qualifier. A reminder, there will be a break following this fifth baby race. 10 in total on the card here this morning. And we've got 6 of the 7 that were listed to compete on the track at this moment. I'll make that all 7 are out there. So we are good to go for this fifth qualifier as the trotters will make their way towards the backstretch. And we'll introduce the field in just a moment. And here we go for the 5th qualifier. 2-year-old colts and geldings on the trot. One is Moscow Moon, a wheeling and dealing colt out of a Muscles Yankee mare. Hudson Standardbred Stable, the owner breeder. Sean Stacy trains, James McDonald drives. 2 is On a Streak, a Cantab Hall colt out of a Muscles Yankee mare. Owned by Determination, trained by Luke Blais, Bob McClure, and the Sulky. A $155,000 Lexington selected yearling sale purchase. 3, Dealin' with Dewey, is a 2-year-old colt by Wheelin' and Dealin' out of a Dewey Cheatham and Howe mare. Bred, owned, and trained by Ben Bayarjan. Mario Bayarjan does the driving. 4, Whole 9 Yards, a creatine gelding out of a Pine Chip mare, owned by Barry Clegus, trained by Peter Clements. Paul Walker drives, $23,000 Harrisburg buy. 5, Publicity Seeker, is a muscle mass colt out of a Here Comes Herbie mare. Richard Thompson, Stephen Bossens, and Derek Reed are the owners. Boston's trained, Sylvain Filion drives, $38,000 London purchase. 6 is Hall Win, Angus Hall colt out of a Have a Beer mare. Curie Maguire, the owner breeder. Jean-Francois Maguire trains, Louis-Philippe Waugh drives. 7 is Father Corby, a Father Patrick colt out of a Garland Lobel mare. Dustin Jones stable, Ibert Horses, and SJLN Racing are the owners. Dustin Jones, the trainer driver. Father Corby was a $50,000 Lexington selected yearling sale purchase. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. It's a field of 7 for our 5th qualifier. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Breaker at the beginning. Off stride went Publicity Seeker, who's taken out of harm's way. Shooting from the center, Whole 9 Yards. Storms out to the early lead. On a Streak gets away in 2nd. Dealing with Dewey. He's going to slide into 3rd. From the rail, Moscow Moon gets away in 4th. Then Father Corby will look to settle in front of Hall Win, and resetting after the break, Publicity Seeker will look to catch up. So here's Whole 9 Yards, who fired off the wings of the gate and leads by a length and a half through an opening quarter of 31-1. Racing in 2nd is On a Streak, and then we've got a bit of a break of about 7 or 8 lengths going back to Dealing with Dewey, who is racing 3rd. Followed closely, though, by Moscow Moon in 4th. On that one's back 5th is Father Corby. Then it is Hall Win, and catching up is Publicity Seeker. So the 5 final horses are looking to get a little closer to the 2-horse breakaway that was Whole 9 Yards and On a Streak. Whole 9 Yards, a gelded son of creatine, coming up to the half off a 31-1 opener, races past the midway point in 102-3. So they'll head into the far turn. A little bit slower there in the 2nd quarter, but not by much. And the leader is Whole 9 Yards. 2nd qualifier here for Whole 9 Yards. First time over the Mohawk Park Oval. Is now stretching out the lead to 3.5 lengths with 5/8 in the books. On a Streak is in 2nd. Now with a rush. Here comes Father Corby, who is quickly driving up and making up ground on the leader. Being followed on the outside by the early breaker Publicity Seeker, who is into 4th. Dealing with Dewey inside 5th. Followed by Moscow Moon, and the last one is Hall Win, 133-4. Rookies are into the stretch, and now Whole 9 Yards is going to have to dig in. Father Corby is on the outside, is getting a little bit closer, still a length away. Then On a Streak at the inside. Here's Publicity Seeker, far outside, Dealing with Dewey. Good finish coming up. It's still Whole 9 Yards in the middle. Publicity Seeker, far outside, Dealing with Dewey. Coming to the line, it was Publicity Seeker, it appeared, to get it over Dealing with Dewey. 2:03 flat, the time of the mile. It appeared that the early breaker, Publicity Seeker, got there first. So we'll wait for the official word from our photo finish operator just to find out who did get there, but it appeared it was number 5, Publicity Seeker, who was off stride at the start and ends up completing the comeback for a 2:03 mile, narrowly getting it over number 3, Dealing with Dewey. If that's the case for Publicity Seeker, it's on a muscle mass out of the Here Comes Herbie mare, pretty crafty. 2nd qualifier, that's breaks in both of those qualifiers, but may establish a mark here of 2:03. So we'll just wait for the official order of finish from this fifth qualifier. 2:03 the time of the mile. A reminder, we are now starting a break before we will resume with the back half of today's session. And in the fifth qualifier, it was number 5, Publicity Seeker, the son of Muscle Mass, who was victorious in 2:03. Owned by Richard Thompson, Stephen Bossens, and Derek Reed. Bossens trained Sylvain Filion in the sulky. $38,000 London yearling sale purchase was Publicity Seeker. He is the fourth foal from that Here Comes Herbie mare, Pretty Crafty, who was a winner of $120,000 in her career. Banked that in 33 career starts. Was an Ontario Sire Stakes graduate. Here's the order of finish from the fifth qualifier. Number 1, Moscow Moon was 6. Number 2, On a Streak 4th. Number 3, Dealing with Dewey 2nd. Number 4, Whole 9 Yards was 3rd. Number 5, Publicity Seeker the winner. Number 6, Hallwind 7th. And number 7, Father Corby was 5th. 6-4-2, 3-1-7-5 is your order of finish. Fractions were 31-1, 102-3, 133-4, 203 flat for the winner, number 5, Publicity Seeker. Once again, we are now on a break. Qualifying action will resume in probably about half an hour's time, as we will pick things back up with the 6th through 10th from here at Mohawk Park. Time to resume with this morning's qualifying action from here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Up next is the 6th qualifier. Scratch number 2, trip 7s here in this 6th qualifier. Looks like we've actually got 2 horses out there wearing the saddle pad number 8. I believe Bring Me Joy with Chris Christoforou. I assume that's the horse that's supposed to be, should be the 9, but is actually wearing a number 8 saddle pad. The number 8 in this field is Luminary Hanover, who is out there, so we'll make sure not to confuse them, but there are 2 number 8s on the track for this 6th qualifier. So we'll get it sorted out as the field's going to approach the gate. Here is the field. Number 1, Mag Lady. Royalty for Life filly out of Muscle Mass Mare. J.F. McGuire, Julie Malafont, and Richard Legree are the owners. J.F. McGuire trains. Louis-Philippe Watt drives. $18,000 London buy. 2 is out. 3 Stonebridge Nitro. Back stable. Glengate Farms and Don Allenson own this Muscle Mass filly out of an Angus Hall mare. John Bax trains. Matt Bax drives. $50,000 Lexington buy. 4 is Snowfalla. Angus Hall filly out of American Winter mare. Bob Key, the owner breeder. Rod Boyd trains. Mike Saftick drives. 5 is Dashing Muscle, a Muscle Mass filly out of a Donato Hanover mare. James Armitage is the owner. Chantel Mitchell trains. Paul McDonnell drives. $30,000 London buy. 6 Exclusive Rosette, Muscle Mass filly out of an Emil Angus mare. Just in Time stable. RAW Equine. Ben Moudry are the owners. Roger Mayotte, the trainer driver. $60,000 Harrisburg buy. 7 of Blue Blood is a Muscle Mass filly out of a Credit Winner mare. Ian Fleming owns. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair drives. $15,000 Harrisburg buy. Next up, now we get to the 8s in this field. Number 8. Luminary Hanover, Muscle Mass filly out of Majestic Sun mare, owned by Robert Burgess, trained by Carmen Osiello. Jonathan Drury drives. $25,000 Harrisburg buy. And now starting on the outside in this group, also wearing saddle pad number 8, but should be number 9 in this field, is Bring Me Joy, a Cadabra filly out of a Lindy Lane mare, Windsong stable. The owner breeders, Dustin Jones trains. Chris Christoforou will drive. So take out the 2 trip 7s, brings us down to a field of 8. That's the lucky number apparently for this 6th qualifier. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Storming out of there goes Luminary Hanover from the outside, heading towards the lead. Exclusive Rosette from the center, along with next door neighbor Dashing Muscle. There is Stonebridge Nitro. Then at the inside, Meg and Lady. Between horses is a Blue Blood, followed by Snowfalla and Bring Me Joy on the outside as they head around the first turn. Luminary Hanover is the leader. Exclusive Rosette moves into second in front of Dashing Muscle third. 30 seconds even for the opening quarter. Trotting fillies will move into the backstretch, and they're following Luminary Hanover. She's a daughter of Muscle Mass, and she looks good on the lead by a pair. Exclusive Rosette in second, break of 2 going to Dashing Muscle in third. 3.5 lengths back to Stonebridge Nitro in fourth. Followed fifth by a Blue Blood. Then it's Megan Lady, tracked by Bring Me Joy, and the last one is Snowfalla. Field of 8 is approaching the half, following Luminary Hanover, who is past the midway point in a minute and 1:01 is the half-mile clocking. They race into the far turn. Luminary Hanover continuing to lead by a pair. Exclusive Rosette second. Third is Dashing Muscle. Break of 2.5 going back to Stonebridge Nitro from in fourth. About that same margin to a Blue Blood who is in fifth. Megan Lady, Bring Me Joy. And the last one continues to be Snowfalla. Nobody yet to leave the rail. This field of 8 is coming towards 3/4, and it is Luminary Hanover, the leader, past 3/4 in 1:31 and 2. 30 and 2/3 split into the stretch. Luminary Hanover looking to make it a coast-to-coast victory. Exclusive Rosette is in second, angling out now. Also coming to the outside is Dashing Muscle, looking to come up the rail is Stonebridge Nitro. Rallying between horses is a Blue Blood who's now into fourth. Less than a 16th to go, and here's Exclusive Rosette in the middle, taking the lead, but Dashing Muscle on the outside's got a little bit more. It's Dashing Muscle to win. Exclusive Rosette was second. Third went to a Blue Blood, followed by Luminary Hanover, Meg and Lady, Bring Me Joy, Stonebridge Nitro, and Snowfalla. 2 minutes and 3/5. Qualifier number 6 went to number 5, Dashing Muscle, a 2-year-old filly by Muscle Mass of the Donato Hanover mare Delmonica. James Armitage is the owner. Chantel Mitchell, the trainer. Paul McDonnell was in the sulky. Debut qualifier is a winning one for Dashing Muscle, a $30,000 London yearling sale buy. He is the first foal out of the Donato Hanover mare Delmonica, who was unraced. Two minutes, 3/5, the time of the mile for Dashing Muscle. Here was the order of finish. Number 1, Megan Lady was 5th. Number 2 was Scratch. 3, Stonebridge Nitro 7th. 4, Snowfalla 8th. 5, Dashing Muscle the winner. 6, Exclusive Rosette was 2nd. 7, a Blue Blood 3rd. 8, Luminary Hanover 4th. And 9, Bring Me Joy was 6th. 5, Scratch, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Fractions 30 flat, 101, 131 and 2. 2 minutes and 3/5 for Dashing Muscle. Here we go now for the 7th qualifier this morning at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Gate beginning to roll. Looks like we'll take out number... No changes. No, that's correct. We've got all 8 on the track. Just counting them up there is coming into your screen now. The 1, Pixie's Lady, a daughter of Muscle Mass out of a Yankee Clyde mare. Eminel of Delaware owns. Susie Kerwood trains. Chris Christopher drives. $40,000 London buy. 2, Stonebridge Allegra, Cadabra filly out of Donato Hanover mare. Robert Burgess owns. Carmen Osceola trains. Jonathan Drury drives. A $45,000 London purchase. 3, Great Dane, a Muscle Mass filly out of Majestic Sun mare. Mark Stacy, Natasha Rive, and Landmark 13 Racing Stable, along with Glengate Farm share ownership. Sean Stacy trains. James McDonald drives. $40,000 Lexington buy. 4, Meg's Family, Holiday Road filly out of Victory's Force mare. A. Curie McGuire, J.F. McGuire, and Gerard McGuire are the owners. J.F. McGuire trains. Louis Philippe Watt drives. $12,000 London buy. 5, Doing It All, Cadabra filly out of an Angus Hall mare. Menhammers to Terry is the owner. John Bax trains. Matt Bax will drive. $100,000 Lexington buy. 6, Fortune Tellers K, Angus Hall filly out of a Max Crown K mare. Bob Key, the owner breeder. Rod Boyd trains. Mike Saftik drives. 7, All Our Wishes, a Muscle Mass filly out of a Cadabra mare. Bred and owned and trained by Denise Ball. Mark Johnson drives. And 8 is HP Mama B, Royalty for Life filly out of a Self-Possessed mare. Ghislaine Picard, Celine Pekin are the owners. Ben Barjan trains, and Sylvain Filion does the driving. Field of 8 on gate, picking up speed, and here they come for the 7th. They're off and trotting. All Our Wishes times it well and leaves out of there well. Coming from the center is Doing It All towards the inside. That is Stonebridge Allegra. That's your top 3 in the early going. Holding ground at the rails, Pixie's Lady. Here's HP Mama B in mid-pack as she looks to gain a few spots before they enter the first turn. Great Dane gets away 6. 7th is Fortune Tellers K, and 8th is Mag's Family. Around the first turn they go, and All Our Wishes is pointed to the lead, and All Our Wishes is on top by 2.5 through an opening quarter of 29 and 4. Quickest opening quarter of the morning to this point, and it is All Our Wishes. The daughter of Muscle Mass, her second qualifier, she leads the way. Group of 8 is marching up the backstretch. Racing in second is Doing It All, followed third by Stonebridge Allegra. Looking to close the gap in fourth. Tightening up there is Pixie's Lady. Also doing the same is HP Mama B, who is being followed by Great Dane 6. 7th up the backstretch is Fortune Tellers K, and off stride at the rear of the field is Meg's Family. Past the half, the leader is All Our Wishes. The half is hit in 1 minute and 4/5. 31 seconds, second quarter there, and it's continuing to be a leader. All Our Wishes on top by a little more than a length and a half. Doing It All, second qualifier for this daughter of Cadabra. She's been racing second. Third continues to be Stonebridge Allegra. 4th is Pixie's Lady. Then now tightening up and closing that gap, it is Stonebridge Allegra coming out from 3rd. Go back to 5th. HP Mama B was the one tightening up. Great Dane, who is being tracked by Fortune's Teller K, and Meg's Family is the trailer. 3 quarters, 131 and 3. They're into the stretch. All Our Wishes has called the shots, but is now confronted here by Stonebridge Allegra. She was ready to go on that far turn, came out from 3rd, and has now taken the lead with 1/8 of a mile to go. But on the outside, here's Pixie's Lady, who maybe has a little bit more in the tank. It's down to these two with a 16th remaining. Stonebridge Allegra at the inside. Pixie's Lady on the outside is trying to get by. These two are battling well to the line. It's going to be a tight finish at the line. It'll be Stonebridge Allegra over Pixie's Lady, followed by Doing It All. Then it was All Our Wishes, Great Dane, Fortune Tellers K, HP Mama B, and Meg's Family. 2 minutes and a 5th. Stonebridge Allegra holds off Pixie's Lady to take our 7th qualifier in 2 minutes and a 5th. Stonebridge Allegra is a daughter of Cadabra. Out of the Donato Hanover mare, Stonebridge Epic. Stonebridge Epic. This is her 2nd foal. First one to get a mark. It's 2 minutes and a 5th. Stonebridge Allegra made a break in her qualifying debut a week ago, but here this morning she was ready to put it all together. And she is victorious, owned by Robert Burgess, trained by Carmen Auciello, and driven to victory by Jonathan Drury, a $45,000 London buy. Order of finish from the 7th qualifier. 1, Pixie's Lady was 2nd. 2, Stonebridge Allegra was the winner. 3, Great Dane 5th. 4, Meg's Family 8th. 5, Doing It All 3rd. 6, Fortune Teller's Case 6th. 7, All Our Wishes 4th. And 8, HP Mama B was 7th. 2, 1, 5, 8, 3, 6, 4, 7. Fractions 29 and 4. A minute 4 fifths. 1:31 and 3. 2 minutes and a 5th for Stonebridge Allegra. Up next is our 8th qualifier. 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters will head to the gate in just a moment. Got 6 of them on the track at this time, so it looks like we do have a scratch. So take out number 3, Horoscope. Brings us down to that 6 pack, as I mentioned. 1 is our Landa, Cadabra Cold out of a Chapter 7 mare. Xeron Ruck Stable, James Walker, Dean Lockhart, Robert Van Camp are the owners of our Landa. The trainer-driver, Rick Xeron. 2 is Macho Martini, Muscle Mass Colt out of a Striking Sabra mare. Determination owns, Luke Blade trains, Bob McClure drives, $37,000 Harrisburg buy. 3 is out, 4 is Feeling Some Magic, Cadabra Cold out of a Broadway Hall mare. Back stable, Gaelic Stable 2, Don Allenson and the Cavalier Stable are the owners. Trained by John Bax, Matt Bax will drive, $30,000 Lexington buy. 5 is LD's Patrick, Father Patrick Colt out of a Donato Hanover mare. Tom and Elizabeth Rankin own, Ben Byerjean trains, Sylvan Filion drives, $50,000 Harrisburg buy. 6 is Muscle Builder, a Muscle Hill Colt out of an Angus Hall mare. Greg McNair, Jim Averett, and Jim Fielding are the owners. Greg McNair trains, Doug McNair drives, $25,000 Lexington buy. And 7, Let's Roll On is a Southwind Spirit Gelding out of a Dream Vacation mare. The stable Let's Roll On owns, Amy McDonald trains, James McDonald drives, a $16,000 Ohio Select Yearling sale purchase. So we take out the 3 Horoscope. Field of 6 is on gate. Starter swings them into the stretch for the 8th of 10. Qualifiers here today at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Gate is picking up speed, and here they come. Had a breaker at the start. Number 6, Muscle Builder, might have jumped it off for a second, which could have interfered with the 5, LD's Patrick. LD's Patrick was off stride. Macho Martini also makes a break just after the start. And here comes Muscle Builder shooting through out to the lead. There's Feeling Some Magic, who is at the inside, trying to navigate around the breakers. Let's Roll On, who will get over to the pylons in front of our Landa. Out of the way now is Macho Martini and LD's Patrick. Had that break before the start. Now we come to the opening quarter. It's on the board in 30-3, and it's all Muscle Builder, son of Muscle Hill, leading the way. About 10 lengths back to Feeling Some Magic in second. Let's Roll On is in third. Fourth then is our Landa, and then it's back to the breakers. They're both trotting along now well. Macho Martini and LD's Patrick. But up at the lead, it's a double-digit length advantage here for Muscle Builder, second qualifier for the son of Muscle Hill. Finished 8th in his debut. He rolls by the half in 1 minute and 3/5. That was 30 seconds flat in the second quarter. So Muscle Builder right now is in another postal code compared to everybody else. Back in second is Feeling Some Magic. Let's Roll On wants to do exactly that and comes to the outside. Then Arlanda is in fourth. And then it's a break of about 6 or 7 lengths back to the final 2, Macho Martini and LD's Patrick. But here is Muscle Builder all alone at 3 quarters in 1:30-4. 30-1 third quarter. Let's Roll On has now moved up into second. Feeling Some Magic inside third. Arlanda looking to go by that rival. And then at the back, Macho Martini and LD's Patrick. But with 1/8 of a mile to go, Muscle Builder is all alone, and that has been the story throughout. Muscle Builder is going to put together a good qualifying mile here this morning, and will get himself a mark, as in his second qualifier, he is victorious. Muscle Builder wins in 2:01-2. Second went to Macho Martini. Third was Arlanda. Then it was Let's Roll On, followed by LD's Patrick and Feeling Some Magic. 2:01-2 for Muscle Builder. So certainly wasn't any drama in that 8th qualifier. Number 6, Muscle Builder, is victorious in 2:01 and 2. He's a 2-year-old colt by Muscle Hill out of the Angus Hall mare stage. Frit, Greg McNair, Jim Averett, and Jim Fielding are the owners. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair is in the sulky. $25,000 Lexington buy. For Muscle Builder, first qualifier, was just a tour of this Mohawk Oval in 2:05 and 3. Final quarter 30 flat. Finished 8th on that occasion, but here this morning, fires out and goes coast to coast. Muscle Builder is the 5th foal from that Angus Hall mare, who's had one winner of $100,000. Qualifier 8 in the books, 2:01 and 2 the time for Muscle Builder. Here's the order of finish. 1 Orlando was 3rd, 2 Macho Martini 2nd, 3 was Scratch, 4 Feeling Some Magic 6th, 5 LD's Patrick 5th, 6 Muscle Builder the winner, and 7 Let's Roll On was 4th. 3-2 Scratch 6-5-1-4, fractions 30 and 3, a minute 3/5, 1:30 and 4, 2:01 and 2 for Muscle Builder. Ninth qualifier is coming up next. We've got 7 of the 8 that were programmed on the track. Only one I don't see is number 7, Stonebridge Strong. No other changes to pass along. Gate's going to open up in just a moment. So they line up for the 9th. Here's the field. 1, YS Patricia, Royalty for Life filly out of an Enjoy Levesque mare. Yves Zarazin owns. Daniel Martin trains. Sylvan filly on dries. $42,000 Harrisburg purchase. 2, Radical JJ is a muscle mass filly out of an Angus Hall mare. David Reed, A.K. Malik stable. Carmen Crysdale and Bruno DePoci are the owners. Sean Stacy trains. Mark Stacy dries. $30,000 London buy. 3 is Spruce Creek, Muscle Hill filly out of a Garland Lobel mare. Yolanda Fellows, Erna Corbeil, Edward Wilson are the owners. Rob Fellows trains. Louis-Philippe Waugh drives. $27,000 Harrisburg buy. 4, Midnight Miracle is a muscle mass filly out of an Angus Hall mare. Mark Etzel, Robert Newton, Sean Tan are the owners and the breeders. Mark Etzel's the trainer-driver. 5 is Charmbo Princess, Royalty for Life filly out of an Angus Hall mare. John and Randy Ryer, owner-breeders. John Ryer trains. Mike Saftic drives. 6 is Tipsy and Dixie, muscle mass filly out of an Angus Hall mare. The stable Tipsy and Dixie owns. Harry Polton trains. James McDonald drives. $13,000 Lexington buy. 7 is out, and 8 is A.D. Astra. Father Patrick filly out of a Muscles Yankee mare. Andrea Racing Stables owns. Dustin Jones trains. Chris Christopher drives. $50,000 Harrisburg buy. So it's a field of 7 for our 9th qualifier. As we get a little closer to the noon hour on this Friday, 7 of them to kick off the penultimate qualifier for this Friday. Gate picking up speed, and here they come. Off stride was Spruce Creek. The rest of them are off and trotting. At the inside, YS Patricia gets away well, but she won't be the quickest away. That title's going to go to Charmbo Princess. She's out to the early lead. Getting away second, YS Patricia. Radical JJ dropped behind third. On the outside is A.D. Astra. Then inside to Midnight Miracle, who is followed by Tipsy and Dixie, and Spruce Creek is last. They're going around the first turn. Charmbo Princess is showing the way on top by 2.5. Opening quarter was 31 and 3. Charmbo Princess the leader. Second is YS Patricia. Racing in third is Radical JJ. Followed in fourth by A.D. Astra. Then in fifth is Midnight Miracle. Sixth is Tipsy and Dixie. And well back to the early breaker, Spruce Creek. No movement yet in the second quarter. They're all following Charmbo Princess. Royalty for Life filly, second qualifier for her. This time she's cutting it out, and she's the leader as YS Patricia's trying to track her and gets right up on the leader's back at the half in 102 and 3. Rookie trotting fillies go into the far turn. Charmbo Princess on top. YS Patricia second. Now advancing on the outside. Midnight Miracle has moved up into third. Radical JJ is inside fourth, followed by A.D. Astra, who's followed by Tipsy and Dixie, and last is Spruce Creek. Heading towards three quarters, and there's about to be some company for the leader, Charmbo Princess, because here has been a big third quarter move coming from Midnight Miracle, and Midnight Miracle gets right up on even terms with the leader at three quarters in 133 and 3. Middle half in 102 into the stretch. Charmbo Princess now trying to pick it up, looking to fight off Midnight Miracle on the outside. YS Patricia's gotten the two-hole ride and swings wide now for Philion, looking to storm on by. Far outside is A.D. Astra, less than an eighth of a mile to go. Charmbo Princess is digging in. Getting by now is Midnight Miracle, but can she hold off YS Patricia? It's YS Patricia getting by to win. Second went to Midnight Miracle. Charmbo Princess was third. A.D. Astra fourth, followed by Tipsy and Dixie, Radical JJ, and Spruce Creek 201 and 4. Why is Patricia powers by late in the stretch for the victory in 201 and 4 to take our 9th qualifier. A patient steer, and she kicks home well. Daughter of royalty for life out of the Enjoy Levesque mare, Enjoy and My Lady. Yves Sarrazin is the owner. Daniel Martin trains. Sylvain Filion was in the sulky. $42,000 Harrisburg buy. Was qualifying for the second time in her career. Won a mile in 202 and 4 back on June 19th with a 28 and 2 kicker. Finished 5th. Here today. Wins in 201 and 4, so she establishes a mark for herself. YS Patricia takes the 9th qualifier. She is a sibling to $190,000 winner Nebraska Jack and $182,000 winner Okeanos. Rundown from the 9th. 1, YS Patricia the winner. 2, Radical JJ 6th. 3, Spruce Creek 7th. 4, Midnight Miracle 2nd. 5, Charmbo Princess 3rd. 6, Tipsy and Dixie 5th. 7 was Scratch, and 8, 80 Astra was 4th. 1, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, Scratch 4 on the bottom. Fractions were 31 and 3, 102 and 3, 133 and 3, 201 and 4 for YS Patricia. One qualifier to go on this Friday at Woodbine Mohawk Park. A reminder, baby race action continues tomorrow morning with an 11-race session for 2-year-old pacers. Post time is 9:30 a.m. You can watch the live stream on our website, woodbinemohawkpark.com. You can also go to our YouTube channel, look up Woodbine Mohawk Park on YouTube, subscribe, and you can watch the live stream there. We'll post the links as well on all of our social media accounts. Follow us at Woodbine SB on Twitter, at Woodbine SB on Instagram, and search Woodbine Mohawk Park on Facebook. Coming up tonight here at Mohawk Park, a 11-race card highlighted by the Ontario Sire Stakes Gold for 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings. 11-race card will get underway at 7 p.m. We got one more qualifier here to wrap things up. And it'll be a field of 7. No changes here. It's the final horse. Kiss My Mass steps out onto the track. Let's meet the field. Number 1 is Sonio Rocks. Il Sonio Dream Cold out of a Lucky Chucky mare. Bill Main, Stephen Papillon, Randy Christopher are the owner breeders. Gerald Lilly trains. Trevor Henry will drive. 2 is 18 Wheelin' and Dealin' Colt out of a Windsong Espoir mare. Scott McEnany, Joe Tonelli, and Mart West Racing Stable share ownership. Scott McEnany trains. Sylvain Filion drives. A $20,000 Harrisburg buy. 3 Test Your Magics. A Cadabra Cold out of a Muscles Yankee mare. Greg McNair, Jim Fielding, Kevin McKinley, and Jerry Boeve are the owners. Greg McNair trains. Doug McNair drives. $50,000 Harrisburg purchase. 4 Kiss My Mass. Muscle Mass Cold out of a Cadabra mare. Patrick Rouleau trains. Mike Saftick will drive. $21,000 London buy. 5 Incredible Hall. Angus Hall gelding out of an Incredible Abe mare. Silver Stables are the owners. Richard Moreau trains. Louis Philippe Waugh drives. 6 Italian Grit. Gelded son of Guccio out of a Swan for All mare. Anthony McDonald and Mark Adams are the owners. Mario Bayargence, the trainer driver. And 7 is See My Kicks Hanover. Wheelin' and Dealin' gelding out of a Yankee Glide mare. Determination owns. Luke Blay trains. Bob McClure drives. A $40,000 Harrisburg buy. So that's your field of 7 for our 10th and final qualifier. Good look at the rookies as they take their spots behind the starting gate. They're about 3/8 of a mile away from the start to wrap things up here today. So the starting gate rounds the far turn. 10th and final qualifier on this Friday morning, now afternoon here at Mohawk Park. So Mark McKelvey, thanking you for joining us. We'll put a bow on today's action here with a field of 7. Reminder, qualifiers continue tomorrow morning. It's all 2-year-old pacers. 11 races beginning at 9:30 a.m. Here they are for the 10th. They're picking up speed, and they're off and trotting. Quickest away is going to be Italian Grit. From the center of the track, Incredible Hall will follow the early leader's path. Up on the outside, See My Kicks Hanover. From the rail, Sonio Rocks gets into good gear there. Off stride went Incredible Hall. And at the rail is Test Your Magic, followed by Kiss My Mass. And the final one is 18 Wheelin'. Rookies go into the first turn. Italian Grit is the leader. Put on the lead by Bayargence and leads by 2.5 lengths through an opening panel of 31 seconds flat. Into the backstretch, it is all Italian Grit. Already with a pari-mutuel start under his belt, back here in a qualifier. And leads this group up the backstretch with 3/8 now complete. Sonio Rocks is in second. 4 lengths going back to Test Your Magic in third. Kiss My Mass is in fourth. See My Kicks Hanover inside has got to see now 18 Wheelin' going on by. And the trailer is Incredible Hall. The half-mile clocking was 1:01 and 2. A little bit quicker there in the second quarter. 30 and 2 after a 31-second opener. Italian Grit around the far turn now, leading by a pair. Sonio Rocks, the son of Il Sonio Dream, races second for Trevor Henry. It's 3 lengths going back to Test Your Magic in third. On the march has been 18 Wheelin', and he's now up into fourth, getting by Kiss My Mass, See My Kicks Hanover, and Incredible Hall is the trailer. 3/4 time, 1:31 flat, off the turn and into the stretch. There was a 29 and 3 third quarter, and it's been faster quarters each time for Italian Grit, who looks to kick away and stretches out the lead to 5 with 1/8 of a mile to go. Backing away is Sonio Rocks. Split coming up the inside was Test Your Magic. On the outside, 18 Wheelin'. Coming into deep stretch, it's going to be Italian Grit. Italian Grit finishes the day with a coast-to-coast victory. 18 Wheelin' was second, Test Your Magic third. Then it was See My Kicks Hanover over Sonio Rocks, Kiss My Mass, and Incredible Hall. 2 minutes and 2/5 for Italian Grit. Qualifier number 10, the final one on this Friday. Here is the results. The winner was number 6, Italian Grit, a gelded son of Guccio, out of the Swan for All mare Sherry Baby, owned by Anthony McDonald, along with breeder Mark Adams, Mario Baerjan, the trainer-driver. That was the second time qualifying for Italian Grit. After finishing 5th in his debut on June 12th, did go under the lights for the first time on June 24th at Grand River Raceway, finishing 6th, returned here this morning for a qualifier and is successful, establishes a mark for himself of 2 minutes and 2/5. And finishes it off with the 29-2 final quarter. Faster quarters each time, 31, 30-2, 29-3, 29-2. Order of finish, the 1 Sonio Rocks was 5th, the 2 18 Wheel in 2nd, 3 Test Your Magic 3rd, 4 Kiss My Mask 6th, 5 Incredible Hall 7th, 6 Italian Grit the winner, and 7 See My Kicks Hanover was 4th. 5 2 3 6 7 1 4, fractions 31, 101-2, 131, 2 minutes and 2/5 for the winner, Italian Grit. That's going to do it for today's qualifying session here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Thanks to everyone that tuned into our live stream. However you took it in, through our social media accounts, our YouTube channel. Thank you. Reminder, live racing continues here tonight. First race post time for an 11-race card featuring the Ontario Sire Stakes Gold for 2-year-old pacing colts and geldings is 7 p.m. We're back in action with qualifiers tomorrow morning, and 11-race session for 2-year-old pacers beginning at 9:30. This is Mark McKelvey wishing you a good afternoon, and we'll see you later tonight.